Hello, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're dialing in from, because we know we are a global space all over the world. And today we have a very special session for you. And for those perhaps who cannot make it, it'll be recorded and available on our YouTube channel that Wouter so kindly puts into the chat. But today is my great pleasure to introduce to you our special guest today, who is a longtime friend of the Light Warrior Collective. And the more I get to know him, the more I respect and admire your expertise, and what you bring to the table is truly from your heart and a blessing. And today you will be gifting us your expertise of breath work. And I've learned that that is a practice that can regulate our nervous system, it can reduce stress, and it promotes physical and mental well-being, for which the Light Warrior Collective we stand for on all levels. And today, with your guidance, Wolfgang, we go from overwhelm to focus, and we go from disconnection to intimacy. And a little definition of intimacy that I recently came across was into me see. And I wanted to share that with you and the community because we have this chance to be intimate together, and we can come into ourselves and we can see a glimpse into what you gift us. And from anxiety to deep presence. And what a special gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wolfgang, we are all yours.
Oh, thank you for the invitation. The Light Warrior Collective is a very special place. I got connected with people who are pure giving, serving, consistency, and being present. And as such, it is a coming back into a family every single time coming here, and it's it's a safe space for me, a safe space of allowing to bring into this space anything who I am. I received a vision a while ago to take a conscious breath with all humanity. And in this presence with that vision, I reflect upon how that could possibly happen. Having many conversations with people where I feel, how could that possibly happen that this person actually ever would take a step into meditation or into breathing or whatever practice we have. And I actually wanted to share today something very uh, brisant, sensitive. I was reflecting on what is it actually people would invest their time in, energy. And I realized actually nobody is interested in breathing. Nobody's really interested in meditation. Nobody's interested in whatever practice we have. I think what we are really interested in is what is the potential of change we can achieve with a practice. And when I thought about what actually happens when I am with people who are breathing, or actually also with myself when I'm breathing, I came up with three things. Also observing what is possibly main topics today in today's world, what people have to handle, what they are challenged with. And what I hear frequently is that people are overwhelmed, overwhelmed with what's going on, with the situation in the world, overwhelmed with where will it continue, overwhelmed with what to do with it. For instance, there is places in the world people are suffering, they are dying, they are killed. So the overwhelm can be, how can I live when somebody else suffers? Am I allowed to be joyful? So there is many questions in the world, and that creates easily a disconnection within me where we put the head in the sand. And putting the head in the sand is like, I don't see it, so it doesn't happen, a kind of. And we all know that's not true. But that's a defense mechanism. It's a survival mechanism. And we could stay there, but then we come back to function in the world, and then we possibly experience anxiety, tightness in the body. So overwhelm, disconnection, and anxiety creates actually a description of how somebody possibly feels. And the question is, how can I handle that, that I actually find a way to relax? How can I possibly create a connection to people when I'm disconnected from myself? And usually, when we are in an anxiety state, we are offside. We are not here. Even when we are here, we are in the thoughts in the past or about the future. So I was thinking of what actually is happening when I take a conscious natural breath. And I think that is what people are interested in. Because coming from an overwhelm where we are actually all over the place and we cannot find a focused thought, coming back into clarity, and I call it even laser focus, coming from a disconnect back into being able to see into myself, and from that place being able to have a connection to my family, to my children, to my spouse, and to everyone around. And coming from an anxiety place where I'm the opposite of present. I'm I'm here, but I think about so many things. And coming into this deep presence, I learned that that is what people wish because it has an impact on my physical, on my mental, and on my spiritual state of being. So why I'm sharing that with you, that is what I'm currently connected to thinking about. By hearing and listening to people, seeing in the world what is bothering people. And what people are bothered with is right. It's okay. It's there. So whatever happens in the world through social media, through the information we have, it creates a lot of information we have access to. And the question is, how can we manage this information? This information is there. We cannot make it not be there. I mean, we can go disconnect ourselves and go in the nature and in the woods. And we do that sometimes for a little while, but then we come back to do our jobs. And it's so part of our life that this information is hardly to be ignored. So I think it's not about not listening to that information. It's about to find a way how to manage, how to be with that information. And for that, I created a very, very special way of breathing, coming from breath work for the last 24 years, and into creating a breathing to breathe with everyone on the planet, to actually listening into yourself and into your breath, which is literally for every person different. So I want to invite you today to take a breath in a little while together with the awareness that this creates a connection to your breath. And this breath of your breath is different for every single person here in the space, and literally different for everybody on the planet. By connecting to something very special within you. And to make this a little bit more efficient, I have a weekly class where I work with people, and it is about to connect to something what we, for many reasons, don't do. I want to give you a little context to have um, a cognitive an understanding what will help you to do something, literally doing, actually acting, doing something, what will create a deeper impact in this short experience today. The natural breath connects you to what your body speaks to you. Listening to our body brings a voice which possibly is against what our society says what you should do. And the encouragement here in this private space, and this is really the big, big benefit on Zoom, on an online space, because you are in your private space, right? You're muted. So you really have your little space, which is entirely private. So you're not influenced by somebody else. That means the breathing can create for you possibly the finest, gentlest experience. And for another person here in the room, it can create the most intense, loud, powerful experience, independent from each other. And that really creates here a possibility we wouldn't have in a life space. Because if you're about to breathe very gentle, and beside the next person is going into an intensive, high energy experience, you will be very influenced. So in this space, online, things are possible which are not possible in a live space. Besides that, you can be in the US, or you can be in Europe, or you can be in Asia. We can do things here we wouldn't be able to do here right now in a live space. Why I'm saying that, I'm really acknowledging the online space, understanding there is different things which we can do in a live space. That's also true. So there is things we can do in the live space, and there is things we can do in the online space. So I really love the online space because it creates possibilities we don't have in the live space. So I invite you to breathe that in. I had the impression most people went into online while COVID because they had to. And as soon pandemic was over, everybody went back into the live space, which is amazing as a possibility. But I think the online space created possibilities which we didn't have before and which are not possible in a live space. So breathe that in. Possibly, where else did that happen for you? I'm speaking about the space. Maybe there is something else what occurred for you in this time of disconnection, pandemic, and then the time after, going back to things which were before, and possibly acknowledging things you could keep, keeping up and staying with that. It's about to acknowledge everything for the possibilities they have. I invite you to connect to your conscious next inhale. Again and again and again and again. I invite you to consciously lean back. You can lay down if you have the possibility and close your eyes. If you have your eyes already closed, I invite you to consciously close your eyes, to be fully aware of this safe space, to be fully aware of this next inhale. And listening to your body. And I invite you to observe how your body is responding. There is something happening, and you just realize your body is responding to that conscious inhale. And I invite you to allow that. There is a move in your body. And when you realize that by taking a conscious inhale, and in that very moment, listening into your body, realizing there is something what wants to move, to allow that to happen. And maybe you realize there is something what wants to move and it can't. That's okay. Become aware that your body is sharing with you what would happen, and simply it doesn't, or it can't, or it shouldn't. Just become aware of that. And with the next conscious inhale, I invite you how your body is responding, possibly into that move in a different way. And the only thing you do is taking a conscious inhale, being with your awareness in the inhale happening. You don't need to do an inhale. You just do being aware of your inhale. And that inhale can create a move, a tiny move. It can be just a cell moving, or it can be a big move. And I invite you to slightly open your lips. You don't open the mouth, you just open very tiny your lips so they are not on each other. And with this inhale, feel how this cool breeze flows between your lips, down into your body. And then feel how a beautiful force rises up through your chest, into your jaws, possibly opening your mouth, creating a yawn. And with the move of the yawn, I invite you to observe how your arms want to stretch in one move. I encourage you not to put the hand in front of your mouth, which is an act we trained to do. So observe how with this inhale, a full body move might be initiated, creating a stretch, creating possibly tears running down, stretching your eyes. And with the exhale of this yawn, I invite you, I encourage you to allow your voice. Keep breathing. Take a conscious inhale. Have your lips slightly open. Feel this force rising up, possibly opening your mouth to yawn with the next 10 inhales in the next minute, possibly in a series. If that is so, allow that. This is nothing what you ever experienced or what you saw. It is nothing what is socially implemented, accepted. Breathe it out and simply listen to your own body. Just listen to your own body, what is coming out of you. This is nothing what Wolfgang says, and because of that is why you do that. No, I invite you, if it's not there, don't do it. If it's there and you feel it, I invite you not to hold it back and simply experience what is happening in your state of being present, connected, by simply observing how does it feel. And keep breathing. Take this next conscious inhale. Allow something to happen. Being surprised. I invite you to be surprised what is happening to your body, from your body. How does it look like? How does it feel? Simply be open and allow something what is usually not part of your life, created in this space of intimacy in your private space. And the only thing you do is taking a conscious inhale, listening to your body, just not stopping it. Observing this inhale, this active inhale, flowing into this entirely passive letting go of the exhale. This exhale can be entirely without any pressure, no activity needed. It is purely a relaxation of contracted muscles going into the relaxed state, which is like a rubber. You tense the rubber and then it goes back. And while you exhale, I invite you to observe how this exhale becomes very long, hardly feelable. And at one point, an inhale occurs, non-negotiable. It's happening. No matter if you do something or you don't do something, if you say yes or if you say no, this inhale comes back. And I invite you to breathe in how much life wants you to live. Consciously experiencing this next inhale, creating life coming back into your body. And with this exhale, I invite you to observe how life flows out of your body. You're literally dying in this moment until life is coming back with the next inhale. And I invite you to entirely relax into this given circle of inhaling and exhaling. being reborn and dying. It's not good to be reborn, and it's not a threat to die. It is simply your breathing cycle, caring that your body is alive from your first inhale until the future last exhale. And experience this breathing cycle for some moments in silence. And breathe. Allow your body to move. Allow yourself to stretch, to yawn. Allow your voice and breathe.
Eyes closed in the quiet before the world began. Breathing with the silence, listening without a plan. Then somewhere through the stillness, a bird began to sing, not pulling me from sleep this time, but welcoming me in. And I wondered what they're saying in their little morning choir. Maybe something simple like, come and see the light. Welcome to a new day. The birds already know the sun will rise so softly, no matter where you go. The tides will keep on turning, the sky will slowly change. Life keeps unfolding gently, with or without your judgments anyway.
And allow your body to move.
Funny how the same world can feel so far apart, depending on the weather moving through your heart. The sound that once was noise now feels like something true, a song the morning singing before the day breaks through. And every breath reminds me there's nothing forced to do. Even what was automatic can become something new.
Just take this next inhale consciously
The birds already
and watch your body responding.
light arrives in whispers, not all at once, but slow. The tides will keep on turning, the dawn will find its way, and maybe we were never meant to fight the morning anyway.
And consciously take this next inhale and watch your body to stretch, to yawn, expressing your voice.
Somewhere in the quiet,
And
before
with the next
daylight,
exhale, consciously
the world
open
is
your
slowly
eyes
waking without a thing.
and be present with what
And
is.
all across the waking world, the same sky starts to rise, like life itself is softly saying, open up your eyes. Welcome to a new day. The birds already sing. There's a miracle unfolding in ordinary things. The tides will keep on turning, the sun will always rise, and peace was never hidden, just waiting in a quieter mind. Welcome to a new day.
Stay connected to your breath.
Welcome to a new day.
Stay connected to your voice, listening to your body, allowing the move. Keep stretching. Keep yawning. Keep allowing your voice. And simply observe what is happening inside you with your intimacy by being connected to your breath and listening to yourself rather than wishing somebody else should listen to you. And breathe. Consciously be on the screen, seeing each other. And experience, you don't have to share what you did because everybody here knows what you did. And if there is a nudge, an impulse to unmute and to share anything, you don't have to ask, follow this impulse. Just unmute and share. And when you're finished, you mute yourself again. And also feel you don't have to unmute. You don't have to do anything. And just experience this presence with each other. And I certainly encourage you to go afterwards and write about your experience, which was the foundation for this song you just heard. A gentleman being in the weekly breathing, journaling about the experience, creating this song, just to see the possibility of reflection.